Hey everybody, Texas Trucker here, Lance's Performance Shop on StarMopars.com. Got off of work, well not early, but I'm home early, which is what's crazy. That's just after 6, which is unheard of. I'm usually still at work right now. So I rushed out here to the shop to have some fun. Probably gonna back the truck out and try to get some reorganizing done of a massive undertaking about to go down. But I'm trying to also kind of clean up over here, make some extra space, and I've had a couple of items just sitting around waiting, and I think now's the time to showcase them. So these go back, I don't know if it was around Black Friday, Christmas, New Year's, Flyer 1, 2, somewhere in there. There was what I thought was a pretty good deal, and what it was is this. You're thinking like, ooh la la, we've got Mac packaging, red and yellow, looks like a red case. What is this? Okay, some spark plug sockets perhaps? No, but you're kind of close in the engine categories there. So what this is a part number SR, stupid glare, SR4MA. It's a 4-piece metric stud puller. I don't know what you're thinking, like metric, you don't ever do metric, what's the catch? Here's the catch. That was free because I bought that. So what do you call that? It's buy one, get one. It's 50% off each. Whatever you want to call it, it's what I did. And I have never in my life owned a stud puller. I'm kind of apprehensive of them. I just always have like double nutted things and broke it free. Things usually being like exhaust manifold studs, header studs, just kind of depends if it's a modified engine, factory engine, crusty junk, pulled from a wrecking yard. It's usually exhaust manifold studs for me. I'm not sure that these wouldn't better serve me at work, or at least see a ton more use, but it was something I didn't have. It's something that I thought might make my life easier, and when I get the metric ones for free, I just kind of didn't pass that up. So what we'll do here, the Cudex is off on an adventure right now that's usually here, so we're going to grab this nasty NWS. The part number on this is SR4FA. Again, I will have everything linked for you. Do I make a dime off of that? Absolutely not. Would I advocate that you buy this for $99? No. I would advocate that, since I know that this comes up on the flyer frequently, which I was aware of, and you can get it for literally BOGO deals, I would wait. Now, if you only want fractional, and the price is like 49 bucks, i.e. half off, pull the trigger, go for it. If you just need metric, same thing applies. Some of you, you like, I never will use metric, or I'll never use SAE. Well, then you got a little issue there. You're either going to need to flip that one, work a deal with your dealer, just suck it up and pay full price, who knows. But I'd actually kind of considered the Koken one, in part just because it looked like it functioned well and I trust them. But this is one of those deals. Whatever I do, or however bad this might suck, if it does, I can just throw it in my dealer's face and make him get me a new one. So I've got that going for me. This, I'll let you look at that and just pretend I'm reading that jumbled tiny text. So once again, 4-piece SAE. We have got the fractional stud puller set as part number SR4FA. Standard MSRP, at least currently, 99 bucks. Again, I got this on a BOGO, so think of that as half price. It includes quarter, 5/16, 3/8, and 7/16. It's designed for hard to get at studs, which is nice because those are usually not fun, especially if it's in an engine bay and not pulled. It'll remove right hand or left hand threaded studs without damaging the threads. Aside from 3/8 or half-inch female square, driver pullers can also be driven by, are you sitting down, a 13/16 wrench. Good times there, right? So this is sadly made in Taiwan. I don't think that's a bad thing, but I'd prefer something to have been made in America. I'm sure at one point these probably were, but if I can get a thumbnail in there, I don't think I can. I'm gonna have to turn to the pliers. There we go. Just leverage our way in and drop this down. Here we go. What do we have? This actually looks way better than I thought it would. And again, I am not a fan of the red blow molded case. I get it. Classic look, signature appeal, widely accepted by people. Not me. I want orange, green, blue, black maybe even. But I will say, you know, for nostalgic stuff, what you always see back in the day, this is kind of on point. So there it is again, 4-piece fractional stud. There's your part number in the top corner. Nothing here. Is there ever a blow molded case with the same texture? or the same latch or the same hinge? Yeah, that's the question. I don't have an answer for you. Opening this up, we've got beloved foam that we're going to cast to the side, because right here you got 3/8 drive, so small 1/4, 5/16. Then we jump to 1/2 inch drive for our 3/8 and our 7/16. As you can see there, these are not for impact use. You will probably send a lot of things flying. I do have stuff I could demo this on. I'm not going to, because I don't need it taken apart. I don't need the stud out, so I don't know what point it would serve, really. Plus, it's a tool haul, not a review or a how-to or anything. But beautiful logo there, well done. Again, in this case, 3/8 drive. I love that it's chamfered. Right here, this hex profile, not just for looks. If you couldn't say get a drive tool in here, be it your ratchet or roto head, a super slim ratchet, you can come in right here, and if you have access there, spin it with a 13/16 wrench. Standalone part number, that way if I break this one, we're good to go. As you can see, for hand use only, they really want to stress that. Quarter is there. I wouldn't have minded seeing the quarter more prominently positioned or larger font, and then put my part number in hand use only in a smaller font offset. That's just me. Granted, you're probably going to have it in this case, but if you don't, you put it on a socket rail or something, it would be nice to see that quarter drive dimension. So right there, 5/16, same orientation. Here you got the beautiful Mac logo facing out, and we've got 3/8. If you have not ever used a stud puller, or you've wondered how they work, the Koken video is pretty good, pretty short, straight to the point. And you'll kind of get an idea. So there's a lot of witchcraft happening in here, even underneath that snap ring. But essentially, once you get in there and you start turning this, it's going to sort of finger trap, right? And I think, if I remember correctly, my dealer did tell me that they had like a better iteration of a stud puller, and that these will work, but it's going to mangle your stud. That's typically what you're going to have happen. Granted, depending on why you were taking it out, what you're doing, it's kind of good practice to go back with new hardware. Sometimes you don't want to. The person paying the bill doesn't want you to, or you get the idea. So do with that what you will. Right here in metric land, do we get a special cool titanium anodized finish? I don't think we will, but we'll find out. That's what an unboxing's for, right? So right here, very nice that we've got the 4-piece metric stud puller set. Again, if these are sitting side by side in a drawer and you're like, which one's which? Well, it tells you on the label. Hopefully the label stays. Let's go ahead and crack the case here. I'm sure that latch will be the first thing to break. But there again, standalone part numbers listed above. 3/8 drive and 3/8 drive for your 6 and your 8, your 10 and your 12 will be 1/2 inch drive respectively. So right here again, Mac, and Mac was already there. I'll take a look at the big one. You get the idea. Like, this is something which we kind of even quit using them at work. Typically the studs either come out or they get heated. Usually the heat, granted I'm kind of working with in-bell, so I don't have like super insane distances most of the times. Every once in a while you get one of those freak motors that some engineer decided to just run it down the entire stator housing. But if it's within reason, and you don't have like a cap screw or a bolt or something coming through. Let's take our stator here, right, and you've just got these studs, and they drop down, and cool thing there, it kind of instantly locates and aligns your in-bill. And when you've done that, you can simply run a nut from the bottom. Catch is, those get mangled. The in-bills get torqued or twisted, or, you know, people tear something halfway apart and don't know how to put it back together. So certain times you'll have to come in, and usually, again, it might be, you know, yay much thread, right? Call it maybe like 3 inches in some cases. Heat and double nut. So sometimes I use it when it's something I know I'm not reusing. I've been known to use some pliers and flatten some threads to get a nice square profile going. But I never owned any of these myself. So the plan was, if I liked this, either take it to work and carry it back and forth. Because again, this is not something I'm going to use. I say that, we'll have to wait and see, but I don't envision myself using this regularly. I could be wrong, I could be mistaken, but I don't think I am. So that's what we've got in part 1 of the haul. And I think, like, part 1, yay! I was like, this is going to be the shortest video this guy's ever done. Well, sadly, I didn't really feel like these were, like, super cool. You know, maybe of course, like if we were demoing them, or I'm like, man, I've been trying to get this stud out and nothing works, and then this did that video would be fun. But it's not. This is just the tool haul, and I feel like, yeah, you know, that's a good deal. You know, all to look forward in the flyer, but, you know, not much substance there. Check this out. We're going to go ahead, or should we just leave this? I don't know. We could leave it and have an 11-minute video. I guess I could always go, but I don't really, especially if it mangles the thread. I don't want it to do that. What should I do? Maybe we'll rig something stupid and keep it standalone. I'd plan to pair another item with it, but part of me when I do that, then if you're like specifically looking for this, you have a harder time because I'm limited to 100 characters to throw part numbers in. Maybe we will. Give me 1 second, we'll figure something out. Alright, so small block Mopar at your service. Now this would be a great example, but I don't need the stud out. I need the stud in there because I need to hang headers back on this thing. So, if you know your thread size, great. If not, you can guesstimate or kind of feel it out. But we would simply come in with our socket on the drive tool. You'll note that just slides and slips over, right? So the catch is, if we come in and I start to turn it, you'll note I'm catching. I can turn the other way and I catch. That's right, you can go multi-directional. But since I don't want to take that out, we'll jump over here. Alright, I get away from the tripod, man. Everything just goes to pot in terms of focus. But we're just going to call that just shy of an inch. Take my word for it. Okay, I can come in now with our quarter. This is a 1/4 and I can come in and I can rip on this stud. And hopefully you can see that it's turning. I'm going to try to focus in so you can actually enjoy watching it work. If I can get my hand back where it needs to be, you totally can't see jack. You can see it turning now. And I'm just going to spin. I'm going to come out and you're thinking like, hold up, that looks longer than an inch. Well, is it? Yes, it is. Boom. There you go. And we're back. Sorry in advance for that terrible absolutely terrible demo, but you get the idea. That's literally here at the house, kind of where I run into studs, is exhaust manifolds or header studs, or just kind of depends again on the condition of the motor and what's been done to it, why it's here. If it's 440, I pulled out, and obviously, you know, I can get everything out. We're going to go a different direction. If it's something else, it's probably got some really nice parts in it. I will tell you, the stud over there, let me just actually, Jesus. If I come in, this is exactly how it was in the vise, and, you know, granted, he did tell me it would, like, ruin the threads. Clearly it didn't. Now, your mileage may vary. It could be a situation where that might get totally botched. You might have a stud that's really important to you and you're going to chew it up. Or maybe it doesn't. Again, I'm sure if that was like seized or really in there and not just able to free spin, we might have had a different story, but kind of a rough idea of what the stud puller is. Again, the Koken video is excellent. I'm sure Mac probably has one too. But this is where you can give your feedback. I'm sure a ton of you have this set. You probably got it on the BOGO like I did this most recent time or years ago. If so, how has this set held up? Do you have it from the late 80s and it's great, it's never failed you, you rarely use it, but it's really important when you have it? Is it something that you use all the time and you can't stand it? Or is it something you use all the time and it's just fine? Whatever your thoughts and opinions are, feel free to leave them. Again, the end goal is simply to help people out, believe it or not. And one of the ways I do that is quite literally having the short titled videos, right? Like if I put 17 items for Mac in here, it's a super cool video. But if you were ever just like, man, you know, I wonder if those stud pullers are any good, it's a BOGO, I'm kind of interested in them. If that's you, you found this video. And again, hopefully the comments, the feedback from other people with real world experience will kind of help you make an educated decision if you want to commit the funds to it. But if not, you had a really lame demo and kind of what I would do. So again, at work, the motor thing, that's way, way, way more frequent. You know, I say motor here, I mean engine, like 440, 318, 360, etc. At work, I mean like electric motor. So there's other things that come to mind, kind of hit and miss things, you know, but like primary bread and butter at the house, it would be exhaust manifold / header studs, and at work it would be on motors. Anything else is kind of just a bonus, you know. But I did want to point out before I forget, down here in the tray, which I'll just use my pointer, you can see 7/16, 3/8, 5/16 quarter. You can quickly glaze that with like a Sharpie or paint pen, whatever you prefer. You can stand the color on top of this pale red that they've selected for some reason to use, and pops out, stands a little bit better. Again, especially important if that sticker sheet ever comes out of the lid. But yeah, your time to shine. That's probably going to be just as valuable, if not more valuable, than what I've shown here. But again, I thought it was a good deal. I've never had these. I've now got them out of my floor, freed up some space. I'm a happy man. Hopefully you enjoyed. Maybe this set brings back bad memories. Maybe you've got just a great story of, hey, I've had that thing for like 30 years and it's been awesome. Similarly, maybe you had this, but you pull studs all the time and you switched to brand X because it was better for Z reasons. If that's you, tell people. Again, end goal, just to help folks out. And what I'll tell you right now is, again, to help you out, stuck to that. Next video, we're going to stick to the item at hand as well, and there will be a follow-up with that one. So if you want to see what that is, stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to do so. If you do that, ring the bell, jump your charger across the creek, land on the other side, pull a stud to put on some 2-inch TTI hitters. YouTube just might notify you we got brand new videos every Wednesday and Saturday, 9 a.m. Texas time. Websites, Lone Star Mopars. You can find us Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all three at Lone Star Mopars. With that said, I do hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a good time. And I've got some techs of cookware coming that I'd share with you if I thought you were interested. So, like I was saying, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Most importantly, I hope I catch you back here for more from the shop.